I guess there are variables to determine whether or not this prediction it comes true or not, and as to just basically the weather patterns of the summer?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call this a prediction. I'd say it's a possibility. I'd put even odds on it if I were a betting man. And it really depends on what the weather patterns are. I mean, the very fact that we're even talking about the possibility of this happening is just astounding to me. 5 years ago, to think that we'd even be talking about the possibility of the North Pole melting out in the summer, I would have never thought it.
Last year it was the possibility of the Northwest Passage opening. Now it's the possibility of no ice at the North Pole in the
That's right. And we're going to see these variations every year. Now, in other words, as years go on, we'll see some areas melt out in one year, others in another. And that the variability in that is just the weather patterns. But overall, we're going to see this continued loss of the Arctic sea ice as a whole.
If we went through a series of, say, several years of cooler weather, would this be restored fairly quickly, or is this a loss that's hundreds or thousands of years in the making?
Oh, well, if we had a few cold years in a row, we could sort of put a temporary damper on it. But I think at this point, going to an ice-free Arctic Ocean is inevitable. I don't think we can stop that now. Now, if we ever did get a handle on greenhouse gas emissions, etc., and cool things down a bit, yeah, it would recover fairly quickly. But it's just not going to happen for a while. I think we're committed at this point.
Okay. I guess some people can see opportunity in crisis. There are some things that happen as a result of this that some people see as positive, you think?
Absolutely. I mean, in this whole global warming thing, there are winners and there are losers. Now, the winners here, certainly, the Arctic becomes much more accessible to things like shipping. That you take a ship full of Toyota Priuses or whatnot, instead of having to go around Cape Horn or through the Panama Canal, you can go right across the Arctic Ocean at great savings at time and energy. There's also, of course, oil at the bottom of the Arctic Ocean. Now, the irony of that is kind of clear, but the fact that we are opening up the Arctic Ocean does make it more accessible.